Hello everybody and welcome to the Reality Runners podcast. We are here today at the Circus Hotel in Berlin. It's a fantastic little hotel that we've got here. We're in the lobby and we're just going to do our debrief of the Berlin half marathon. I'm joined today obviously by George and a very, very special guest all the way from the east of England. He's here, he's completed it. He's completed the Super 6.
Yes.
It's Mr. Max Taylor. How do you feel, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm very pleased to have finished the series now. Lucky to complete it in a year. Quite privileged, really, to get all the entries. Had a great time today. Obviously started it in Lisbon with you boys. Finished it here with you boys. You know, it's been a good day. Yeah.
I think the most mad thing is, like, you've completed it in 1 year.
Yeah.
Like just over 365 days is pretty mad.
Yeah.
How did you actually go about getting onto all of these halves?
I think I was quite influenced, like, online by seeing people go abroad to do these half marathon journeys, and like I enjoy traveling and I obviously enjoy running, so I wanted to mix them both. Someone recently completed a Lisbon half marathon, so I looked into it for the following year. I could still buy a ticket, luckily, so I just went. I thought, why
I feel
not?
like they've suddenly gone in the last year, like, because when we first entered Lisbon, like, I think we entered that pretty easily, didn't we? Really, there wasn't a ballot or anything.
No.
We got straight in.
Yeah.
We got straight in, but like when we've entered in others this last year, Valencia said no twice.
Yeah.
I got in on second chance for Copenhagen.
Yeah.
It's mad how you managed to get all of those in.
I think you got in at the right time.
And, like, may I add, for I think Copenhagen, my sister had to get for me because I was at work and I couldn't do it, like, because of obviously the website, how busy they are.
Of course, yeah, you need to be on it.
And Valencia as well. Like, I was refreshing my phone rapidly to get in and like wait in queues, and I was like, am I going to get it? Like, and then you have to obviously input all your details. It's like,
it's not easy, is it?
No, it's not easy at all. So.
And it ain't cheap.
No, it's not cheap either. So I threw the kitchen sink at it last year, and now just finished with this one.
Because not only have you done the SuperHalf's though, you've also done Manchester Marathon and Sydney Marathon as
Which
well.
is now a major.
Yeah.
Which I'd done it the first year as a world major. So that was a huge event. Last year was pretty big for me. I don't think I'll top it.
Well, I think
although this is rounding off the achievement today has like just put the cherry on the cake from last year. 100%.
What was your experience like in Australia?
It was honestly unbelievable.
How long did you spend out there?
A month. I was in Sydney for a month.
Wow.
And a lot of people do ask me, like, how is Australia? And it's like, it's a feeling you can't always describe. Like, it's just like the lifestyle, like the people. It's just such a happy environment. And
much more laid back, I imagine.
Yeah, it's much laid back.
Did you find the lifestyle was pretty much like everybody was chill, or did you find there was a lot of egos kicking about? What did you sort of find?
I felt like in Bondi there definitely was definitely
Player
was.
Central.
Yeah, that was Player Central in Bondi. Like, you could tell like who the locals kind of were. But yeah, no, it's just all gym wear that people wear, and it's like, I'm a morning person. Everyone's a morning person there. You know, it's coffee, like nice pastries, just suited me. It's like down to the
Sounds like a place for us.
Just
Sounds
great.
like a place for us.
Yeah, definitely
Project
recommend
Bondi.
it. Project Bondi.
What have you thought of Berlin though as a place?
Lovely. I've loved all the European cities. To be fair, they've all got their like different, aspects.
Niches, haven't they?
You all see like great parts of history in each place.
What was your favourite super half?
I really enjoyed Valencia. Because it was hot in October, which is perfect. You escape the UK winter.
Winter sun.
It's got a great beach, but then you also have the city as well. So definitely Valencia will be a good one when you boys get there.
What was the actual course like? Because I've heard it is pretty aggressive. It's pretty fast.
It is very fast, but of course, like, I've been managing an ankle injury, so I didn't.
It's the old Formula 1 track, isn't it? Or is that the marathon?
I've been to Valencia.
Yeah, and there's still like the markings, isn't there?
Yeah. I was under contract with someone at the time, and we went there on a little holiday, and I walked up and down the Formula 1. It was like the apex of the corners was still there. Yeah, like the actual like the markings and stuff are still there. It was pretty good.
I would compare Valencia's course to today's course quite similar.
Would you?
Because it's flat. I think there's a few more turns in Valencia, but it's generally flat. There's the racing line. You run past the important landmarks, It's good. Yeah.
We talked to it, say, like obviously you mentioned you brushed over it, but you have had the ankle. I think it's a really, like we can't dress that up. It's mad that you've got here today, considering you were meant to do Cambridge,
3 weeks
Three
ago,
weeks
and
ago,
I had an
and
MRI
Look
scan
at
that
your
day.
time today as well. That's
Incredible.
no slouch, is it? Do you know what I mean?
With 4 weeks. I had a stint at running in January, and obviously couldn't continue because I was still getting issues. But now, 4 weeks of no running, and we did our shakeout yesterday, and I felt okay. So I thought, it's my last one. Why not give it the beans? I don't have any more races planned till October, so got plenty of time to recover. Why not?
What is in October then?
It is the Manchester Half in the start October the 5th, and then Dublin Marathon on the 29th, I think. Because I just got addicted to the marathon feeling last year.
Are you going to lay down the hammer in Manchester?
I think I'll try and do a race pace test.
On and off the course?
Yeah, we can do that. Because Manchester was active in April last year. Yeah, after the marathon.
Big uni city, innit?
Yeah.
George Heaton and all them boys.
Yeah, I did see him.
Did you?
Yeah, I almost got a picture with him, but I just bottled it because he led the shakeout.
Yeah,
and do you know Lucy Davis?
Did you go to the 247?
Yeah, I got a picture with her.
Really?
I went to the 247 shakeout. Nice. George was there, obviously his brother Michael.
Yeah.
Alfie Manthorpe was there.
Oh God, yeah.
And then a few other there athletes. I think they were more high rock specific, so I didn't know them at all.
On high rocks from marathons, mate.
Yeah.
They do not mix at all.
But the 247 shop was good there.
Yeah.
Picked up a t-shirt. So, good vibes.
I thought yesterday's shakeout was really good. I think the weekend as a whole, I feel for me personally, and I imagine it's probably the same for you boys. Like the way it played out was just unreal. Like we had the weather on our side.
Oh, absolutely.
Yesterday and today,
like for a race, I couldn't have asked for
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Minimal wind.
The shakeout was good. Obviously, I managed to lead us back into a loop somehow.
Like a homing pitch.
Literally,
it's all up
Did you
there.
look at the route on Strava? Like, it's like a perfect
it's
circle.
it's like literally like a box. It's like you couldn't have picked it, you couldn't have planned it any better. And also, what else did we stumble across?
A canyon shop.
Yes.
let me just add, we done our first stride and we're like, Louis shouts, George, it's a canyon shop. So we've still got 2 strides left. We just
pop into Canyon for a browse. It was so. Some of the bikes in there as well. Some of the colourways on those frames, just like that is immense. And I think that's definitely a place where you've got to look for next, isn't it?
I need to find the money first. It's not cheap, is it? The cycling.
The MTB in the first part of the year as well was a good call for you though.
I mean, I've got lots of use.
Helped in training, I think.
I'd say it does because when you look at again, whether we trust Garmin or not, the training effect is always very good from the MTB because you get like a bit of anaerobic, you get aerobic as well.
Yeah.
So I'm normally getting like a 2.8 and a 3.2 on each one.
That's really good.
Like, I'm gonna have to buy one.
Are you wearing the HRM?
Yeah.
No way.
Genuinely, the training effect from MTB has been like insane.
That's brilliant.
I'm gonna have to bring my bike to yours and hit the trails.
Mate, honestly, we've got some decent trails around near where we live. Swinley is not bad, is it? It's not bad. And they don't maintain it as much as they probably should, but it still does.
Considering it's for free, it's parking or
pay a bit of parking, bring the van up.
Yeah, it's like £3.
Get the sprinter out. Get the sprinter out. I think we got to talk to you though about your day. I think that was pretty mega from you, dropping a 123.
To be fair, I kind of had a sneaky suspicion there was something a bit more in there, and I think we had that conversation as well last night. Because the goal for me was to go 85. That's what I wanted, was break the 85. I was very close at Wokingham, and I felt, looking at the data, I had a bit more. We played about gels, both of us the same. Yeah. And I think we ironed that out, and today was 2 gels, it was 2 Mortons for me. And I knew exactly what point to have them. I went out a bit hotter, because I think that in Wokingham I kind of was quite reserved at the start. Went out at like 4:10, 4:15 for the first 3 to 5k.
And in Wokingham as well, that can be a little bit tricky because of the traffic and because of the immediate turn left. Yeah, you have to kind of hold yourself back a little bit.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to get squeezed, aren't you? But no, today I kind of looked at it, there was a load of traffic. It's probably the worst race I've ever had for traffic, but it was just like, I feel that might have helped me, because I constantly had a target. I was like, well, I'm going to pick them off, and it just was like a visual to keep looking at and keep striving towards, and like it kind of distracted me from constantly checking my pace, constantly looking at heart rate. I was just looking at who's the next guy, and before I knew it, I'd boxed off like I think it was a sub 40 10k, and I was like, I got to that point and I felt the heart rate was good, and I was like, I think today could be the day.
Nice.
And just had to keep stitching the case together, and by the end it was a 20:23. So I can't.
A great achievement.
Can't
say when you set
that.
yourself a goal for sub 85, but you knock a whole minute off that as well. That's just.
I mean,
awesome.
compare it to my previous bit, it's nearly 3 minutes off my.
That's crazy.
So, which is another mad thing. I don't want the streak to end, but every half I've done has been a new PB.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
So I don't know how long we can keep that going
you
for.
PB'd in Lisboa last year.
Yeah. Big.
And then you had like a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah.
Came back in Dubai.
That was 128. So
Dropped the 128 in Dubai, dropped the 125 in Wokingham, and then smashed it out today. It's pretty
Unbelievable,
good.
yeah.
So I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Like today, race was great. Support from everyone. Like the streets were lined. Like the locals made it amazing. It's constant support from everyone.
Bit of dodgy German techno music though, isn't it?
No, it was like trumpets and stuff.
Yeah. There was a few like choirs, wasn't there? It was like
a lot of drums.
When we had the old like techno and the DJs, I was like, it's a bit of me. This is getting me going. But the old the typical, I don't know what sort of era it is, but like the classic German stuff.
It's quite
wasn't
heavy.
really quite suiting the vibe, I don't think.
No.
I do have a question though for you, George, about your training, because we did briefly look over the Strava graph, and we're seeing us like around 38 a week,
30 to 38
and you see all these people crushing like 70k weeks on average, like plus on Instagram and things. You see everyone doing a lot of training. But to produce a result like today,
my KMs aren't the highest.
It's crazy.
But it just goes to show like the work you are doing is clearly quality.
That's what I mean. Like, because I kind of went into this one, I wanted a bit of structure, and I was like, I've tried out like a few. I've had for the Green Park 10k. I actually had like online coaching from someone for that. That was only like a 4-week block. Some guy called Ben Parks running. I don't know if you might know. He makes YouTube videos. You might have heard of him. So I took him on for that. And then I kind of went away from it, did a bit myself for Lisboa and all of that. And this one I was like, I tried out Cooper, because I spoke to Will Googe in Dubai, and he's on with Cooper. Yeah. Obviously he's going to be getting preferential treatment, and he's going to have actual coaches from Cooper doing it. It's not going to be the AI.
Is he a Cooper athlete?
Yes.
He's
sponsored by Cooper. But I looked through it, and I compared it against Runner, and for me, I prefer the interface. It's much more basic, it's not jazzed up, it's just gives you your runs and that's it. So I followed that.
Black and white.
Some of them again is just being sensible, like when I felt the legs going a little bit or a bit tired in the week, I've switched out, I've gone watt bike, and I think that he knows all about the
I know all about the watt bike.
So I've still been getting my cardio in, and I think the importance of cross training has been pretty big.
Definitely.
My KMs on feet haven't been the highest, but in terms of on the bike, whether it's on the MTB or it's on the watt bike, I've always been pretty high. So I'd say I'm probably boxing off like 4 hours worth of cardio.
So at the end of the day, like the cross training is great for doing the base work, because it is.
And your body
it
doesn't know
all
whether, technically speaking, if it's running or if as long as you
it's
are
just
doing
it's just
running,
the mechanics are different. Like
the
you're still working your heart.
But as long as your heart's getting the work,
exactly.
You're still going to do it, aren't you? So, but no, I think
it could be the key going forward.
Yeah. The key is managing the legs, because it's so easy to pick up a little niggle. Like, I've been having to see Big Mike, so shout out to Big Mike. He's nice me so much. Like
Mike Sports Massage.
Mike Sports Massage, brilliant. Like he's got me through it. Like stitched me back together many a times. Like I've struggled with shin splints, bit of plantar here and there. And I think that's just what it is. It's just being sensible. It's kind of rather than me pushing through and doing a run. Like if my plan says, "Oh, you've got a long run today," but I know the body's not feeling it. It's just switching up, and the importance of cross training really has been pretty big for me. And really focusing now with the Whoop as well on recovery. I think that's been a big aspect. Is prioritising my sleep, thermal as well. That's been a big. So the investment at the NF, that's actually paid off, I'd say. The ice plunge, the saunas, the steam.
It's also a good first date.
All the 1%.
He's also a good first date.
All the 1%.
Take a few players there. I haven't personally, but
the guest pass is like maybe like 150 for like
it gets
a
expensive.
weekend.
It's better when you're staff. Because then it's free.
Yeah, free of charge. Get 5,
I
6
don't know
guest passes.
I don't know if there's any players worth forking out 70 odd quid.
Make more than that now,
For
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's more than that. If you're going in the evenings, prime time,
That's
on
for
Friday,
Ben Goddard.
Saturday,
That's for
Sunday.
Ben Goddard.
Yeah,
he's got that kind of cash. We haven't got that kind of cash.
He bought the £700 Arc'teryx jacket.
Yeah, he's got that. Coffee machine and all, isn't he?
Yeah, mate, just everything. I bet it's all on finance. I want to ask you a question, Max, because when you were injured, how many hours of watt bike were you doing a week?
I saw the marathon on the watt bike.
Okay, so it started with 7 hours a week. And
It started
because Sturka is like, I don't know if you've seen them, like a fueling brand.
Yeah.
Like I use their electrolytes, their carb bars,
They look pretty good,
etc.
to be fair.
Yeah. And they are good. And I just see they put up on an Instagram thing. They're like, to start the year, you know, some people do like the 75 hard challenge, things like that. Well, they done a 42-day thing. And
that's what you were following?
Yeah, so it was meant to be like 42 days of just like constant work. So I thought, I'll just do an hour of like watt bike every day, and I kept that up until I think February. Wow. So I went 3.5 weeks like of constant watt bike, like 1 hour a day.
That's crazy.
So I was pushing 200 kilometers a week on the bike. Granted, it's inside, but I was still pushing myself.
Yeah, no.
What I think about inside bike work is you're constantly pedaling.
Because there's no downhill.
Yeah, no downhill, no like little bits of flat that you can just have a chill on. Yeah. You are constantly pedaling. I think for building resistance to fatigue in the legs, if you do like a variable wattage session, you get so much benefit out of the watt bike.
And there was times I probably looked like an idiot on the bike doing these crazy sessions, but
we've done them, bringing the food in with us as well.
Oh mate, always. I was doing 2 hour 30 bikes.
I'm sat up there with 3 bottles, 3 gels, it's like a towel, and I'm like,
it's so good. It's
smashing
so
it.
good.
But no,
honestly, the watt bike for you, I think, has been
pivotal.
It's going to build the base up nice and strong.
That's what I think it has done. Because it has been good. So when I get back to the gym next week, I'll just give it a little respect.
Rebuild the watt bike. Are you going to rebuild on the watt bike, you think?
I think, well, if I have no awareness tomorrow on the ankle, I think I will slowly start to introduce running again.
Yeah.
But like I say, I probably will still hop on the bike, but not 7 days a week.
I 100% will do.
Yeah.
I'll still.
I
it's
reckon
a great
perhaps
tool to
3 days a week. Yeah.
I think the bike's the best.
It's good. Like, you know, you link it to your phone and then you get all the details on Strava. You know, you have your armband, like the heart rate monitor. So it's all good
I don't know how to
work.
link the belt to the app or to the bike.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know how to link the belt, but I usually just have the Garmin strapped around the bars.
Yeah. I do. I record 2 separate things, but I never post like the Garmin version.
You put the watt
I put the watt bike, and I take the heart rate from this, like obviously which I recorded, and I just put it in the caption, and then I like hide the other one because obviously people like to see the KMs, don't they?
Yeah.
So I just keep it like that.
I think that's a good idea.
That's pretty neat. But
sometimes like the watt bike, the ones at the NF can like be a bit funky, and like sometimes I've done sessions and I know my heart rate's been in the right place, and it says I've done like average of 50 watts. I'm like, I know that's well out.
Yeah.
Mate.
But
I'm still posing it. But like,
a watt bike is a different machine, beast, whichever gym you're in.
You can't really call it.
The comparison to outside is just completely different. So let's just say like I did do 100k on the watt bike in just under 3 hours.
That was the one I saw.
So that is
the
like
comments under your Strava posts were great.
Sometimes I enjoy doing events like doing things like that because it just rage baits, and so many people get wound up, and I'm like, this is great. Like I'm doing it because I actually enjoy it, but then I'm getting that out of it as well, so it's great.
That's brilliant.
But obviously, 2 weeks before Berlin, I think I'd done 100k outside as well.
Yeah.
But that took like 4 hours, just over 4 hours. So it's like another hour just because you're battling like hills, potholes, wind, and a lot. And there is more fueling and cars getting beeped at.
You live in a very flat place as well.
It's fairly
the
flat.
wind is quite peak.
It is quite aggressive.
Yeah,
but
we got to go up to Lowestoft for a bike then.
We will,
Mate, I think I need to come down from Reading or Wokingham Half.
Mate, Wokingham Half.
I'd need to
great event. You got to come on to that.
Or the Reading 10k.
Reading 10k, Green Park, Reading 10k.
What time is
31st of May this year.
31st
Could
of
be
May.
tempting.
It's a good blowout, mate. It's a good blowout.
I do need a new 10k PB.
It's a good blowout. Well, here we go. Here's the opportunity.
Yeah.
Here's the opportunity.
It still stands at 40:20.
What?
You're quicker than that.
Mate,
Yeah,
you're so
from
much
Battersea.
faster
You're
than
so much
that.
faster.
Yeah.
You are a quick boy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that was Battersea Park, I think 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
think
it,
we
yeah.
should look for an event like that.
Battersea.
Like a London-based one.
Yeah, I was thinking about a London
It's just-
half.
A half.
I mean, they are spenny because obviously
Yeah.
the road closures and obviously it's London, so it's you get it is-
Park halves as well. The problem is for me, it's like it will just be laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
laps.
like when I'm thinking about booking a half, like the reason I like the idea of the Super 6 is because of the difference of location. You are in another country, you're travelling.
Yeah.
The things like Richmond Park half, they don't appeal to me
No.
because of
No, I'd be
Just
more
the
inclined to do
monotony.
like a 10.
yeah.
A 10.
Yeah.
But I think for me after today, I need to do another half sooner rather than later.
Interesting.
I think I need to speak about what happened today because
Yeah, let's run you through your race because that was
Bloody
very
hell,
eventful.
Start with that.
Very eventful.
I just no, honestly though, I honestly had so much fun. I think
That's the main thing.
It is the main thing. It's the fact that we all came together and we did the shakeout yesterday. Berlin itself is an unbelievable place. I love it here. Great city. And then this morning, like everything went well. Woke up, fueled, got to the warm up on time. We warmed up really well. I thought we had a really nice.
That's
space
probably
to-
one of my best warm ups. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, like we
Yeah.
all.
It's a great little area for it as
Yeah,
well. Like, it's
perfect.
nice flat bit of tarmac. It
Yeah.
wasn't potholy. It wasn't like random stuff going on.
No.
There's adequate amount of toilets as well.
Yes.
Adequate. Yeah.
Yeah, and enough space for a wild wee.
Loads of space. For
What more could you ask
We had
for?
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. The only thing I thought, gents, is because when we were heading to the start boxes, it was a very touch and go.
Yeah.
Whether we'd make it at
Spike a little bit of
10:05.
anxiety, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
did
the
get
heart
me.
rate a little bit.
Yeah,
because
it's-
you bolted and I was
bolted,
like,
mate, across
and
the
I was,
field. There's like
yeah.
conkers and all sorts. I thought
I was
this
like-
is not ideal for his
him,
action.
because I was like, why is he going so quick? But then I looked and it was like,
2 minute
I was like,
30Ks across the
I was
park.
like, oh my god, it's like 10 a.m. We're starting in 5 minutes.
5
I was like, I
minutes.
see why he's going for it now.
I was like, right, because you guys started in B, I started in A.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, we have, because it was right next to each other.
Yeah.
I had to jump the fence to get in.
I was then about to
Yeah.
ask if we
Yeah.
did, and we
I had to jump-
hopped
They were trying to
to.
stop people doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We managed
Right
to
after
kind of
we
sneak-
did,
Yeah, right
yeah.
after we did it. They
Yeah,
were like,
he-
no more, no
yeah.
more.
Oh really?
Yeah.
There was people helping me in.
Really?
Yeah, in
Then what
start.
they started to do, because they had like a fenced off bit, there was
Funnel.
like a queue kind of forming to the right hand
Yes.
side,
Yeah.
like to get into the pens.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I wouldn't say there was maybe too many people running, but I
I
think
felt like that funnel was way too small.
Mate, there
I
was
think they
6
need
feet
to-
of pavement to the
they need
right.
to sort out where people are putting their submitting times for which pens.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people that were in A or B, that, no offence to them, like they're still doing the race, and I think that's great. But you shouldn't put down that you're a like sub 90 runner or you're a sub
Whatever.
145 runner
If you're not,
because
there.
you're clogging it up for everyone else.
Yeah.
And like they should be in pen C or D or whatever like that. I think that's the only improvement I'd give to the half.
Berlin, yeah.
To Berlin.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Well, if you're talking about being a block or going out too hot, then that's exactly my race today. I think
That first 3 minute, 36 was it?
3 minutes 36k for the first K.
That's
I think
like my PB 5k
That's
pace.
That is hot.
it was quick, and I think for me, I'm still digesting it because I put sub 80 as the target, and I ended up coming out with a 124. Season best, second best time of all time, 6 minutes off my PB, off my previous best, so which is 118. I can't complain though, because realistically, I know when I crossed the line, I gave absolutely everything.
And I think that's the main thing is what it's about. That was all 3 of our goals. We've
Just
said
to give it
the
everything.
phrase, we're going to put ourselves in the bin.
Exactly.
Literally.
And
we all did.
And I think we all did, and some.
Well, I think I ended up in the medical tent.
So run us through that.
Yeah.
Well, it's honestly, so first 5k I did in 18:30, and I felt like pretty good. I actually felt pretty good. I thought in the back of my head, my ego was saying, "You can hold that. You can hold that." And I was like, "Okay, right." And then I got to like 6, 7. I was like, "Oh, I'm not holding this. I want to get to 15k at comfortable.
Yeah.
feeling good inside. I actually felt my stomach was irritated pretty much the entire race.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think that was?
Oh mate, I don't know. I
Did
think
you
it's,
race breakfast or?
no, it's
Those teas.
Huh?
Those teas that you've added in.
Oh, what, the nighttime teas?
The nighttime teas.
Possibly, but they make me sleep so well. It's hard to know
I had a
because
the
nighttime
balance.
tea.
Yeah.
And a magnesium tab.
the issue for me though is I am finding stomach problems is coming a little bit too common in my running, and I think there's something that needs to be looked at, but also
I'd say for you it's gel experimentation in your training.
yeah.
It's because the sap, have you tried it before today? Or
Nope. I took one bite of that and I was like,
They're an
this
acquired
is
taste, aren't they?
terrible.
They're an acquired
I just
taste.
threw it to the side. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Just dusted it off.
I just completely bottled that because I was like, this tastes absolutely disgusting.
Was it slightly warm as well?
It was warm. It
Yeah.
was literally like
warm salty
drinking.
maple syrup.
Mate, not the one.
Yeah.
I thought it would taste leng, mate. It was awful.
When they're cold, like when I've had them when I've been on the watt bike,
Yeah.
they're alright.
Or in the fridge.
Yeah.
Put them in the fridge.
Yeah,
I
they're
think that's a
always
good
in the
idea.
fridge.
Yeah.
Always
But
in
I
the
think
fridge.
for me, as soon as I got to 15k, and I said, right, I'm going to push now, there was just nothing there. I think when I look at the splits, it was literally like the perfect positive split. It was perfect in every way. 330, 336, 338, then like all the way down to 412 Ks right at the end, and then I bumped the last K. I was like literally gunning for it, and
Emptying the tank.
yeah, I literally emptied it all out, and yeah, as soon as I crossed the line, honestly, I've never felt this before, but my legs went, my head started to spin, and I just fell over. And then two marshals came over and like picked me up, and then I immediately realised that I couldn't stand. Yeah, and then they sat me down on the side, and I was just thinking to myself, what is going on? Like, I've never had this before. I've never felt this way. And then I got taken to the tent and I got signed in by the doctor, and I lied down. I had my blood pressure taken, I had my vitals taken, and I was all right after like 15 minutes. But I think for me, there's a big issue with not being able to plant the ego. Because for me, if I actually think about my year as a whole, having a little injury, not being in good nick, really varied with the amount of Ks I'm doing per week.
Yeah, look at your KMs for the year to date.
Yeah.
If you look on Strava, you're probably what? Are you 200?
Possibly. No, I've definitely hit 200 because I've done a few
Yeah.
50k weeks, but all in all, I haven't been doing long running, and I haven't been doing enough in my opinion. And going in with the target of sub 80 is very punchy, considering that's like my best is 118. I'm going for like a 119.
Well, I think you have to look at the work that went into that 118 in London Landmarks.
Yeah.
Look at the block, how long it was, how hard it was.
Yeah.
It's self-coached as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
I think you can't disrespect that block,
Yeah.
because
No.
that block was a serious build.
so hard.
And
So hard.
to think you're kind of disrespecting that block, do you know what I mean? To think
Yeah.
that you can go out and bang in a sub 80
Yeah.
with, you know, you've chopped and changed with coaches, you've done various bits and pieces with like different gels, loads of different methods.
I think I've settled on the SIFs as the gel
Yeah?
for me.
Yeah. I missed
think-
them this weekend.
Yeah.
I missed them.
I think they are just like the most
They're
easy to get along with.
40 grams, the beta fuel anyway.
Yeah, I honestly think that the grams is what does me in if it's
Yeah.
too high.
Oh, okay.
I think for me, my body just isn't really good at digesting that at the moment, and that probably will change. But
Yeah.
like, on a ride, you can get away with it. On a bike ride, because you're not mashing up your
your
body. Your body isn't doing
you're,
this
You're
for
seated,
like
aren't you?
an hour and 20 minutes. It's not doing that. So, but yeah, all in all, I can comfortably say that I gave everything, and that's all I want to do.
That's good, yeah.
I think this is the
And
whole point
you-
of.
doing the races as well.
Yeah.
Like you learn from them because you know 100% next time,
Yeah.
whatever adrenaline and fate you're facing, you will not go and hammer a 336k.
Yeah, well, I've already spoken to two people about that who are respected, and they were like, mate, you're just too hot, mate. Too hot and just too
But
fiery.
it's so easily done. Like
It
you say,
is.
when you're fired up trying to get to the pen, like, we've
mate,
had a great
yeah,
weekend.
shut
Just the hype of everything, like
I
it's
think,
so easy.
Yeah,
So easy to do.
when I think about landmarks, that was like literally 12 months ago. That's a long time ago. And
Yeah.
dabbling into high rocks as well kills the long
exactly.
distance running, in my opinion. Because for me, it's like, this is what annoys me, because people are like, oh yeah, you can train for everything. We have a job. We have jobs, we have lives to live, we have commitments
Balance
that are outside of training, whereas these people who are running, like Jake Deard running a 2:19 marathon alongside his Hyrox Elite 15.
That is his job.
The man trains every single day, 5 hours a day.
That's his job.
Exactly,
And that is
like
his
Matt
job.
said, it's his
That is his
job,
job.
that's what he gets paid for, and I think when you're not in the position of that, you have to be very, very much
We shouldn't
switched on.
compare
Yeah.
ourselves, because at the end of the day, like, you're a son, you know, and like say you work, you this person, like that is their life, you know, they just pour
Yeah, and
everything
It's just
into
a hobby
that.
for us at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is our hobby.
But I
so
think
we
there's-
should be
there's-
grateful for like
there's-
what we can do.
Like when I was at Hyrox on Tuesday and I was like, the person I was with got really upset at the time. I was like, mate, you can't get upset. You've just completed a
You've
Hyrox.
done the training.
First time.
You're an
Shoe
amateur
up.
athlete. It's
Yeah.
still an impressive achievement to achieve it.
And it was an impressive
Yeah,
time.
it was an impressive time. I don't think you should be upset about that at all.
And I think we're lucky because, you know, I'm not down. I'm reflecting on the fact I ran a sub 85.
Yeah.
Like, come
Like I
on.
say, and you, like you say, you ran the 118, so you know it's in you.
Yeah.
You've just like, if you want to attack the half again, then you know you
gonna
can
happen.
you can put the eggs in that basket.
Yeah. Fully though, I'm super happy.
Yeah.
And I just loved that race. I thought it was sick.
Yeah.
I think now for the focus attention is obviously Reading 10k.
Yeah.
Trying to maybe get down into a nice, comfortable
That's just gonna be a bit of fun.
37.
That's gonna be a bit of fun.
Do a bit of reality
We're gonna-
runner stuff
so
there.
the plan for that, I think, is we'll just bash that out pretty quick. You know, see what we can
Get
do.
it.
Turn around.
But
Over
it's
and
not
done.
going to be like my personal race plan for that. It's not going to be to like go 10 out of 10 effort. It's going to be kind of like a 7 or an 8. I don't want to pick up any injuries. I don't want to do anything like that.
Good
Just
flow.
kind of build what would you say, I suppose the top end speed.
Yeah,
line
it's just
up a
like
little
your
bit, see how we
threshold,
do
isn't
that,
it?
Because it's a completely different. Yeah, a bit of threshold
It's
really.
just threshold. Yeah.
See how we can hold that.
That's good.
And then spin it around, like you say, prioritise the reality runners.
Yeah.
Come back for some interviews.
Come back to some interviews, pick up the
Get the
reality
locals.
runners, pick up everybody else who's done that.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
it'd just be a nice plus 10 for the week on distance-wise, I think.
Yeah.
That's the main way I'm looking at it. And then it's a big long build into Copenhagen for us.
Yeah.
That's the one where
You wanna.
I'm going to put it out there now. I want to go sub 80.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard, but yeah, I think that could be the first one where I come unstuck and go for the sub 80.
Again, like that was another flat course. So I hope you have better conditions than what I did, because I was stuck in the
'cause
rain.
I've seen photos. It must have been the
Yeah.
year before, and it was like quite nice weather. It was
Yeah,
like sunny. Like,
yeah, because it's hit and miss because it's in September. But I was stuck in the rain for the whole race, and 30 minutes because we started really late. 30 minutes later than our advertised start time. So that was the only negative thing I have to say about Copenhagen. Yeah.
It should be a great
But
event, though, shouldn't it?
I feel like it's going to be run a little bit different this year because they got the World Running Championships there,
Right.
which obviously like some of the local GB people are going for at the moment to try and qualify. Yeah,
What, running a half?
yeah.
She didn't
Doing
reply
a
to my
Jakob.
message last night.
Might
Yeah.
be kicking about some.
She didn't reply to my message.
Oh damn.
I'm upset about it.
Maybe double text.
Yeah, we'll have to send her another one.
We'll send her a nice little thank you message
Send her,
later.
did you
for-
catch this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just popping this to the top of your inbox. Like all those bad business coaches.
Who else? There'll be a few other people probably, like influencer runners. You could drop a little, like maybe like Izzy Hill or something like that.
Yeah.
Rosie Lewis, give her a little, give her a shout.
Yeah.
Get her to repost.
Yeah, I think no. Honestly, though, the Copenhagen things are going to be done a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I think going into that.
Well, like Max said, it's a learning curve. We're constantly learning,
Yeah,
constantly
always,
improving.
always.
So-
But I think if you boys keep up your training again, then you'll be in for a good time.
I think so will you, though.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on, mate.
Yeah.
I
Come
know.
on.
Like if I can like build back into running again, build up some like get up to 30, 40k weeks again, you start enjoying it again, and
I
then
think, like
I
I
say
said
with-
earlier,
yeah.
the 30, 40k, I'd say that's probably all you need.
it's
really
like a
for
sweet
half.
spot, isn't it? For people like us, like say we work
I think if you-
full-time jobs,
Yeah, if you
so
start going into more,
that
I
is
think
the
you kind
risk.
you can get to the point of like overtraining and like niggles start creeping in. But
100%. Yeah.
I sense that you want to maybe double the 30 to 40k.
I'd quite like to
So
go
like-
maybe towards like 60, 70, because more for what's to come. Because
You're looking at the 42.
yeah, because
Really?
realistically, if you can, the problem for me is legs.
Yeah.
It's not CV. If
No,
I can
no.
cope with longer runs, 24, 25, 26k, then I think I'll be in a good spot. I think also what I don't want to do is book a marathon and then have to go through a full marathon block without understanding how my body adapts and reacts to hard training
true.
weeks.
I'd say the runs that have been best for me is the progressive long runs.
Yeah.
So like it's like a big block at like 20k at like a sort of easy pace, like a 5:15 per k, and then having the last 4 punch has been like probably the best tool. I'd say in my.
I think that helps with pacing.
Yeah, I'd say
definitely.
that one because that's when your legs are weary because they've done 20k. So that's probably at that sort of pace. That's best part of 2 hours probably. I'd say of being on feet, and then to then go and find a quick 4k in I don't know 20 odd minutes or so is.
That would be a good move for you to do that, like building up your distance before, say, a marathon block. Because last year my Sydney 12-week block was self-coached between myself, and a friend with some input. But obviously, when it got to the peak week, you have your 3x10k, 4x5k, countdown Ks, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all at marathon pace. And I had 3 weeks. I went 70, 73k, 76k. So I'd put away 200 kilometers in 3 weeks, and I'd felt the fittest I'd ever felt. But then that's when that ankle injury happened, because I just pushed the limit too much.
Yeah.
So it is finding the limit.
I think we're all used to pushing limits, and I think we pushed our limits today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
Plans tonight, boys?
push the limits on the beer.
Exactly.
It's not normal.
It's not normal. No, honestly, thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for catching us all after Berlin. Massive congratulations to the MT.
Yeah.
Put
Thank
that
you.
medal up to the camera, boyo.
Let's go.
The big, solid block of gold round his neck.
Yeah.
It is
There
an
is some
amazing
weight. I'm
medal.
going to have a sore neck in the morning. Not, not a sore ankle.
Bun the ankle.
Oh,
But no, massive congrats to him. Thank you so much for joining us today, brother.
no,
it's
it's
not
been
going
a
to be the
great
last time.
weekend.
It's not going to be the last time.
Definitely not.
First guest as well of the reality runners.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
What
it's you.
start.
I'm so happy it's Max. But yeah, make sure if you're watching on Spotify, follow us, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button as well. Thank you very much for watching. It's not normal.
It's reality running.